Yo, dog, can you move out of the way real quick? I'm just trying to see that TV behind you. There's something... Is that what I think it is?
1, 2, 3, come on, make it bounce.
That's right, it's a new episode of Pokemon Obsidian, and we're leaving off right where we started with a cliffhanger, as we're taking on apparently trainer ... I have no idea who this is, but I guess he's got a Heracross, and thankfully Barry, now that he's got his first electric attack here in Spark, will be able to do a lot more damage to a lot of different Pokemon, because now we don't have to just rely on Bite, which wasn't doing too good. It would have done well back at that gym though, that, what is it, the Psychic Gym, man. That feels like it was forever ago. Maybe it was because it was Marty's gym and he's a time traveler, you know? Back to the Future. How many times am I gonna reference that movie? Who knows? Maybe it's just timeless. That could be it. Am I gonna make any more time jokes? I guess we'll only find out in time. Okay, I'm done. But anyway, we just learned Roar apparently, and his next Pokemon is Mightyena. What the heck? Is this Lion King right now? Do we really have the hyena versus the lion? Yo. This is some real Lion King reenactment right here in Pokemon. At least somehow. I feel like I've seen that fan art before. Maybe not with Luxio, but with Luxray instead. And then they have it be like actually Simba versus... I guess Scar was also a lion, but hey, he fought some hyenas at one point when he was actually a little lion maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm going to send in Perp because I guess we could make this go a lot quicker if we just double kick, huh? Really? You gotta survive with the 1 HP, dude. I guess he's as resilient as those Disney villains, though, man. They never really go down. They always have their sequels, which is why this guy's going for a Super Potion. It actually all makes sense now. This guy really is a Disney villain. But then again, it might just be the trainer behind the mask, who kind of does look like a Disney villain. Did I really just say Disney Dylan? For a Disney Dylan, yeah. But I'm talking about Organization 13. That's kind of what the vibe I got from him was. Maybe we'll see his sprite right now since we took him down. Pokemon trainer, ? I can't stand guard with fainted Pokemon. What? Alright, we didn't get to see him for that long. There's no point in me staying here now. I'm sure the boss was just hearing things anyway. What the heck is he talking about? I don't know when we'll find out, but now we're in this gate that you saw from the intro there. So welcome back officially to Pokemon Obsidian. Before we get started with heading out of this gate, I do wanted to check out the fan art spotlight since we already had a whole big battle and everything. Starting off with the starters of this game. Is that redundant, starting with the starters? I actually kind of forgot what the other two starters looked like, so this is a nice reminder now. So since I couldn't remember all the way back in episode 1, it's been a while since then, but we made a lot of growing, which is why we see now Pound going all the way from his smallest form to his biggest, and finally we have our team all together. We have quite a lot of Pokemon. I didn't actually realize, but we have a lot more than I thought. I kind of thought that we only had like, I don't know, 2 or 3, because that's usually what I do, and actually we do have 2 or 3. What am I saying? We have Perp, Barry, and Pound, and Pico's just chilling on the team. But you know what, Pico? Today is your day, my friend. Your careful nature will no longer hinder you, because now we're heading outside to Route 5A, which has no music. I don't know what I was expecting. Every route, or every other route so far, has had not much music going on, but I'm kind of a little bit disappointed that we're still kind of in the forest. Kind of? Why'd I say kind of 70 times? Who knows? There's not nearly as many bug Pokemon in that forest as you'd think, huh? There's quite a few grass types though. I believe that is where the Professor Elm gets his starter from. He has his aides come here and capture some Pokemon and then bring them back to Johto for the trainers there. How could you say that if he gives out Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil? Did that forest have any of those? No. I mean, maybe it did and we just didn't search it far enough or good enough. Route 5A and 5B. That seems redundant, not what I was saying earlier. A lot of people that go on to Cedar Creek Woods never come out the other side. They just go back the way they came instead. That sounds like almost what I did because that place was really confusing, man. There were a lot of twists and turns and I feel like we got lost or we took too long to get out of there. We've been there for like 2 episodes, but thankfully we're finally out, which is why I said I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping that it wouldn't be like foresty routes anymore, but here we are and still kind of foresty. We got a lot of trees and grass. So far this game, I guess it's been a lot of forest. That's really all I can say, but I hope that it changes up a little bit because I really like a little change in scenery every once in a while. I wish I had some kind of tool to break those giant boulders. They're always blocking the way. Well, maybe we have something. Do we? I guess not. I thought maybe we might have had something because we've been through 2 gyms, so I figured we might have some HMs, but I don't think we've actually picked up any. It seems like HMs are actually replaced in this game. And just like being replaced, Ditto replaces your Pokemon when he copies their abilities. That was my worst segue yet. Jeez, man. I do want to try to catch this guy, though, but I feel like Barry's a little bit too strong. He went very quick, just like the Flash, which he's named after, and leveled up all the way to 23 already. Oh, nice. You transformed into Slackoth. What a good time for you. I don't think you're actually going to enjoy that too much, my friend, because being a Slackoth, you'll find, is not really a great pastime, but I guess it is for our Pico. You go ahead and give us that Encore. I really don't care, because I'm going to be loafing around this time, or this turn anyway. Now, I kind of hope I have some Pokeballs. I usually don't, which really sucks that I forget to get them. But we do have Great Balls, which is better. In fact, that's great. Let's see if we can catch this Ditto. For a second, I forgot he was even a Ditto. I was like, why am I catching another Slackoth? Whoa, what? Did I just get a critical capture? Is that what that was? Because it shook 2 times and then got it, so... Okay, well, we got Ditto, the transformed Pokemon. I'm not sure why I caught it, but we did. And I'm not giving it a nickname, because I feel like Ditto is just one of the few Pokemon that I never really nicknamed. I don't know, I like his original name, Ditto, it's just a cool name. What I meant to do was actually spare some repels though, because, okay, you know what, never mind. We actually are in a new route, so there might be some new Pokemon in this place, which I would want to check out, so let's check him out. What the heck, a Vigoroth? Didn't we see this back at the forest too? See, it's kind of like a shocked reaction, like, what, a Vigoroth is really in this route, so we could just catch one straight up and not have to train up Pico, but also shocked because what is Vigoroth still doing here? Did we not see it back in the forest, or was that not a wild Pokemon? I don't think it was. I think it was actually on a trainer. But hey, Barry actually does a really good job of catching Pokemon since he has that paralysis ability. Should we actually catch this guy? I think actually Pico is destined to forever be a Slackoth. Forever be a Slackoth, that is. And so we do have to try to catch a new one. A Vigoroth, because Vigoroth is Vigoroth. He's just so different, man. He doesn't have that Truant ability anymore. And overall, he's literally the opposite personality of his 2 other evolutions. So, I don't know. Vigoroth, the evolution line was always really interesting to me. Because we got 2 sloths, and then why is Vigoroth suddenly like Zoboomafoo all over the place, you know? I kind of like that. Maybe that's the nickname that we should give it then, if we do catch this guy, because we gotta make our own legend here. The legend of Pico belongs to T-Tube, and so we gotta leave it that way. Okay, it wasn't a critical capture then. I don't know what that was, man. I have no idea. I do want to try to use Vigoroth though, just because I like the line, and we were gonna evolve Pico anyway at some point, but we gotta keep him Pico. Slackoth is forever Slackoth. So you are gonna be... I don't want to go for the full Zoboomafoo, because I don't even remember how to spell that. How the heck do you spell that? I'm going to put Mafoo, because... how do you spell Mafoo? I don't know either. Okay, the way I was going to spell it was apparently correct, which is Z-O-B-O-O, so Zoboo, and then M-A-F-U-U. Mafoo! Yeah, that's pretty good. Zoboomafoo would actually fit, but that's too long, so we're just going to go for Mafoo. And that kind of is a double... meaning for being my foo, because he's gonna be our little fool. That doesn't sound as cool when you say fool all the way. I paid no attention to what that lady said, by the way, but I feel like it wasn't that important. She was wearing red though, so happy Valentine's Day, lady. Or happy President's Day, isn't that today? Something like that. I honestly don't really pay attention, but oh my gosh, we finally made it to a town, and I glitched out the music. I want to listen to this first, because every town here at least has new music, I feel like. And it's really nice to at least listen to it for a little bit. Well, that's enough listening. If it weren't for their help, it wouldn't have just been Cedar Creek Town that was destroyed. She's talking about Red and Blue and their parents. My grandpa lived in this town. He worked at the library. He was able to evacuate the town before the meteor struck, though. Oh, so this is the place that got struck by the meteor that Red and Blue's parents saved. And died for, actually. They saved the town, but I guess they died for it, so that sucks for them, but great for the town. You should have been here last year. All of this area was dirt. It's weird how life will find its way no matter what the circumstances are. Unless you live in a place where nothing really grows, in which case, that sucks. My father lived here back in the day. He helped evacuate the town. I'm glad he made it out alive. He tells me really interesting stories about the Oaks. That's cool because you could think he's talking about the trees, but no he ain't. He's talking about Professor Oak and his family. These meteorites came from space. Some scientists say that certain Pokemon came from space as well, so these will probably change Deoxys at some point. I don't think Deoxys is currently in the game, but maybe in the future, as like a post-game thing. Like, since this game has a lot to do with meteorites, maybe one day you go to a meteorite. Oh my gosh, there's actually one right here. In the event of another catastrophe like this, the Elite Four are responsible for keeping the region safe. Huh. This meteorite is left here as a memorial to all those who perished that fateful day. And I can walk on water. Hello. I was about to say the town was not too interesting until I saw this. Yeah, the boss said we should just stay here and keep an eye out. He seems really paranoid about something. You think that masked man from Kanto has come here to get Giovanni or some other the other guys? I don't know. Seems like quite a stretch. Are these guys secret Team Rocket members? There's red and blue in the font. That's gotta mean something, right? It doesn't just mean boy and girl, does it? Because I feel like maybe... could they be Maxie and Archie? I don't think so. They're in another group. I don't think they're wearing cloaks. Unless they're trying to disguise themselves now. I don't know. Dad, are you rested up? I mean, that is our dad reading, not Dad, are you rested up? But it does sound like me asking it, so let's go with it. I'd like to head on up those ruins and get started. Hey there, Orange. How's your adventure going thus far? I hope it's going alright. I just stopped here in Cedar Creek Town to pay respects to my son and daughter-in-law. Blue and Red, the legendary trainer from Palatown, both lost their parents shortly after they were born. My son, his wife, and Red's father were here on an archaeology expedition. They were also studying the Gaia Ruins up north and stayed in Cedar Creek Town during the nights. They became quite familiar with the town's people. When they heard about the approaching meteor, they stayed here and helped everybody evacuate, and also tried to find a way to destroy the meteor. They found a way, but it wasn't enough to save the town. Though, if it weren't for them, the entire region would have been wiped out. They're truly heroes. As for you guys, I hear you're going up to Gaia Ruins. I don't see what for. It's been around for hundreds of years. What more can you guys find? Well, yeah, there's probably not much more to find. Tamara gave us some new information that was stored in an old book he found years ago. And we're really going off of this? A book that you just happened to find? Maybe it'll help us find something that no one else was looking for. Well, I'm no expert on ancient ruins and such. I specialize in Pokemon knowledge. Professor Oak, the Pokemon professor, how could we forget? Well, thank you, Professor. I suppose we should be taking off then, huh, Orange? We'll head on up north. You can rest up and meet us up there. Alright, peace out, Dad. Good luck with your search, Orange. Our search for... I guess what we're not looking for is what our dad just said. There's also some rock climb rocks here, which is really cool, but we don't really have that ability yet, so I guess we can't really do much. But I guess that's about it for Cedar Creek Town, so never mind. There's no buildings to worry about here. Instead, we've got Route 5C. Really? We got another 5? Like, why are we still on Route 5? That's what I don't get. But I do think that there was a split in the road back over here, so let's go check that out. And of course, some more wild Pokemon, because everybody loves those, right? We can't buy Super Repels yet for some reason. We beat 2 gyms and we can barely still do anything. What the heck even is this? Did I come to the right place? Or, oh, at least there's a Pokeball. Energy Powder! I thought that would be a completely different item. I thought it was like a weird key item that we like would have missed out on, but there's a giant meteor, 2 more small ones, and looks like a rock climbable place, but we can't get down there, so... whatever, I guess we'll head to Gaia Ruins then, which has a very interesting name, because there's another game called Pokemon Gaia, and I have no idea if it links with that, but I remember playing it at one point, and I think in that game you also start off in some ruins, so who knows if maybe this is like a sequel, or maybe somehow they like link together. That would actually be really interesting, because I know Pokemon Zeta Omicron and then Pokemon Insurgents were both developed by Suzerain, so that was really cool to see some hints and like references to Pokemon Zeta in Insurgents, especially if you played the previous one, which I actually did play it, but I never finished the post game, so I still feel pretty bad about that. But then again, the post game was really hard in that game, so maybe at some point I could come back and do that. I know a lot of people would have loved for me to do that and kept asking me to, but I just never really came back to it. So if I ever did go back to that and you guys would be interested, I think I would probably do it with a new team though, because I guess it's been so long since I played that game that I don't even remember what team I had in the first place. So right now though, I'm down to fight some more of these guys, not with Geodudes though, not a big fan. Wait, that was a wild Pokemon? Why did I battle that thing? What the heck was I wasting my time for that whole time battling a Geodude when it was a wild Pokemon? I legit for some reason thought it was a trainer. Oh well, let's play some repels because I guess if all we're gonna find in here are Geodudes, then I'm not a big fan. Why am I here? There are no bugs here. What? Why are you asking me, dude? You're the one that's here. I didn't make you come here. You have to love the warm climate of a desert. Huh. So when I was just talking about a little bit of a scenery change definitely being needed, comes along a desert. That's why the battle background is that. I was like, there's a little bit of grass in there, but it doesn't really look like this area, does it? And now we know why, because we're entering the desert now. Which is good and bad because I like the change of scenery, but I'm not a huge fan of rock and ground Pokemon, so I guess forever I will complain about something, huh? When I see that Mario enemy, I think of Graveler. It's in Mario 3D World, and they have like, they literally look like Graveler and Golem. It's just a big old molten rock, and then it has a bunch of chunks of rock. It has big bulk hands, so literally looks just like it. I feel like Nintendo maybe draws inspiration from each other's games, but you could never really tell, because at least Pokemon and Nintendo, or Game Freak rather, and Nintendo, they kind of have an off and on thing. What the heck is this Ren? I know we met this guy before, but why didn't he have white hair, or am I remembering him wrong? Holy Miltank, it's orange. How have you been, man? Me, I'm just exploring Everand. I came across this nifty desert up north. It's pretty dope, dude. Are you me in reality? Because your name is Ren and my name on Twitter is Ariel Ren. Oh my gosh, this is me. I realized recently that I shouldn't take on the Everand tournament with my old Pokemon from Kanto. As much as I love them, I'm leaving them in the PC for this adventure. Let me try out the Pokemon I've caught in Everand real quick. Real quick? Real quick is right, because I'm about to beat this dude up real quick. Why is he wearing pink flip-flops? Maybe it's not me. I do like wearing flip-flops, and I really like his music, actually. Could jam out to this. But he's starting off with a Pidgeotto. Didn't this guy just say he was going to show off his new Pokemon from Everand? So why is he showing off Pidgeotto, first of all? That's a little bit weird. Excadrill. Sure? Could Mafoo do anything to this guy? I don't think so. Oh man, I just realized Mafoo is named wrong because every other Pokemon is fully capital letters and he's the only one that's not going to be now. So that kind of sucks. I didn't know whether I used all caps or not for this game. I don't know, maybe I should just keep it uniform for every game I play from now on. Usually the older games I do all caps because that's how the games do it naturally, but in the newer games I guess they do lowercase a lot of times. They've learned how to use letters properly, or I guess capitalization or proper naming, whatever. This Excadrill is actually doing a number on Perp right now though, and he's about to use Dig, so he's about to be in for a rude awakening when he berries up and then finds himself in the face of Mafoo. Mafoo could actually die here though. I am pretty dumb if he does. Ooh boy. You think he'll kill him, or do you think a scratch will take him out? Let's go! What the heck? You really got a Super Potion? I should just expect every trainer now to have Super Potions, shouldn't I? Especially actual, like, rival battles, because this isn't even like a random wild regular trainer. It's actually a rival battle of some kind. I don't remember when the heck Rain came about. Not Rain, Ren. But I remember the guy with the white hair. I don't remember. I think his name was also Ren. That's the thing, is they're kind of confusing to me. Like, I'm confusing them with each other. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Like, you can tell that Yugi obviously becomes a different person when he transforms. But I couldn't ever tell you, man. They're the same guy to me. Or not to me, to all the people in the anime. Maybe to me when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I kind of used to think that I had a Yugi inside of me. That is not proper wording. Anyway, let's take out this Excadrill here. Why the heck was I even going on Perp if a Pokepound could have just taken him out in like one hit like that? I guess we are trying to get experience to all of our team members, so that's good. Ooh, this guy's got a Ditto of his own. I wonder if he's got no hidden ability, which means that you are dead. Goodbye, Ditto. It's kind of funny because in Spanish there's this saying, at least in Puerto Rico, when you feel bad for someone, you say Ditto. And that's what I just felt bad for Ditto, so I'm gonna say Ditto. My new team tried as hard as they could, I'm sure of it! Well, maybe trying is not good enough, like that one song by Linkin Park. We're not gonna reference it. That was a pretty gnarly battle, man. Can't wait to see what other trainers I face in the future. Guess I'll let you get back to what you were doing. See you later, man. And off into the shadows he disappears, just like a good rival would, with a moonstone behind him. This dude just popped out a moonstone. Is this some kind of like analogy? Or not analogy, but is that a reference? Like, did he poop out a moonstone is what I'm trying to ask. My brigade is up in the Gaia Desert, making sure everyone there has water. It's dangerous up there. I hear fewer of them are battling because the heat is making them aggressive. What? That sounds ridiculous, dude. Well, guess we're gonna be heading off to the Gaia Desert. I accidentally jumped down the ledge that I shouldn't have jumped down. Wild Spearows. All we've found today so far. Over this way is where I meant to check it out. And thankfully repels help out with that. Help me out, do it quicker. There's actually a TM, so that was pretty worth it, even though we did spend a repel. I'm about to spend another one, honestly, because those Spearows getting in the way over and over is pretty annoying, just because it's the same Pokemon, I guess. If it had a little bit more diversity, I wouldn't mind it, but we saw a Geodude, and then after that, every single one's been Spearow. Oh boy, more grass! We all have our visas. We'll need to show these to the guard at the tower to get in. We'll have all the freedom we need to study the tower. I'm a little pessimistic about finding these gems. Not sure why no one has found them before. I've never even heard about anything about them. I'm sure we'll find something. There's gotta be a reason no one has announced anything on them. These could be a huge deal if we find them. Yeah, let's put this opportunity to good use. We can just study the gems and try to learn more about our past with Pokemon. Here, I got you a fresh water to keep your Pokemon hydrated while in the desert. We're gonna head up onto the tower. Now, we'll see you there. Alright. Thank you for the water. I'm probably gonna use these on myself because I'm that thirsty, but let's see if there's anything else. Nope, it's Spearow. I guess I only played myself. Does that make any sense? Here's Route 5Ds. Don't confuse that with Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds though, because unlike card games on motorcycle, instead we got hikers with canes. Hikers with dudes, yeah, that's my favorite. Low kick, doesn't even hurt. Razor leaf, about to make you hurt. I just rhymed hurt with hurt, but I'm not a rapper, so it's alright. This was Hidden Power Ghost, wasn't it? So that is not going to be very effective. Actually, I don't think it'll hit him at all. But Karate Chop will. Goodbye, my friend. I think that's his last Pokemon, though, but it's kind of cool to see at least a Graveler. Really, dude? I was going to say it was cool to see Primate, but then he brings out the Graveler, and then that makes his team be an exact copy of the previous guy we battled, except with a Primate added on there. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why it looked like the animation was an explosion, so I got really scared, like, I am so dead. But it was magnitude, so it didn't do too much. Graveler, you look menacing, raising your fist up in the air like that, but it's menacing in like an old grandpa, kind of telling kids to get off his lawn kind of way. Because your hiker trainer is also using a cane, so... Oh boy, training in hot climates builds your stamina. Is it really? Because I lived in a hot climate most of my life, and I feel like my stamina is only lower because of that. I was in it for so long that my stamina is just like, you know, I just give up, man. You can handle the heat on your own. I'm done. But I don't know, at least when I'd run, I usually run out of breath real quick, but it might have something to do with the fact that I'm so out of shape. Even when I was in shape back in the day though, I would run out of breath really quickly, and I think it actually has something to do with when I was a kid. I remember I used to have this little like, therapy machine. I don't know if it was therapy, but it was meant to help you with your breathing, because when I was a kid, I guess I couldn't breathe properly or something, so I remember having something like that. And maybe that's why my breathing still isn't good to this day. I mean, even when I go to the gym, like, I wouldn't say I'm super fit now, but I've been going to the gym and I still run out of breath pretty quickly. Like, I guess my endurance isn't very good. I need more stamina to be a better trainer. Well, I guess I need that too, to be better at the gym so I can run more and then get back into that time when I actually used to be better at the gym. Does that make any sense? Are you serious, Spearow? Hopefully no more Spearows show up. But some more karate girls are gonna show up. I hate sweating, but I love working out. Ooh, that actually does sound pretty accurate. I think everybody that gets into the gym status, not really status, I don't know what the word I was trying to say, but if you get used to going and then sweating a bunch, then you might actually feel like the sweat is motivating, because you're like, oh yeah, I'm breaking a sweat and it's alright. I never thought of it that way before, but you're right. Please tell me more. Or don't, because that is the end of this episode. So in the next one, we will head on further into the desert, and whoa, this place looks really cool. And whoa, it's a repel, thank goodness. No more Spearows. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you right now, apparently. Holy crap, I spent the whole episode making fun of Gravelers, and now look at what Gravelers are doing to me. You know what, maybe this is Mafoo's chance to show off what he's got. A bunch of normal type moves. Alright, Mafoo, maybe this is not the time to show off what you got. Oh my goodness. I have a ground type, or sorry, an electric type that'll die to magnitude. And then I have this guy who actually, he missed his attack anyway, so never mind. We totally got this battle in the bag. But Mafoo, I just realized I got him, and at the beginning of the episode, hyped up training him, and I didn't even touch him in this entire episode. Like, we didn't have a single battle with him. I guess because he got really low HP right at the start, but I don't know, that's not my fault, Mafoo. I want to train you up, but you only got normal attacks, and we actually ended up fighting mostly rock types today, so I guess it makes sense in a way that we didn't use him much, but I definitely want to start training him up some more, and at least get 4 good solid team members before the next gym battle, so hopefully he survives this. Oh, nice, you did. You son of a monkey. I'm stealing that one straight from Sully because I feel like Mafoo at least, not really literally is, because he's a sloth, not a monkey, but okay, it's close enough, okay? Charmeleon is this guy's last Pokemon, which actually makes this battle pretty interesting. I thought he was just going to be like every other trainer that we battled today for some reason, but he's not a hiker, he's a Pokémon trainer. So he's got quite a lot of different Pokemon. I wonder if this is like the Charmeleon that attacked us earlier. Like, what if it actually didn't die and he just went back to that route and found it later and caught it? That would be so sick, man. Let's pretend it is for the sake of story and making up our own story. Because Pokémon Trainer Hunter is down. And now that's actually the end of this episode. So see you guys next time.